Hi, I'm Rachel Barton Pine, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be sharing with you my world premiere performance of the Violin Concerto by Marcus Goddard, which was written for me in 2018. I first met Marcus a short while before that in New York, when I was attending a performance of some friends of mine, the Catalyst Quartet. They were playing one of Marcus's string quartets as part of the annual Sphinx Virtuosi performance at Carnegie Hall. I was there as a Sphinx board member and just really loved Marcus's quartet, so I was very happy to find out that he was at the post-concert reception. I got to meet him and tell him how much I'd enjoyed his music, and it turned out that he was a trumpet player in the Vancouver Symphony with whom I had previously collaborated. So somehow or another, one thing led to another, and the next thing I knew, I was being contacted by the Vancouver Symphony, and they proposed that Marcus Goddard write a violin concerto for me to be premiered with them and Maestro Tovey. Well, I was absolutely thrilled, needless to say. I mean, I love playing all of the existing concerto repertoire, the great masterpieces and all of that, but there's nothing more exciting than being part of the creation of a new piece, being able to ask the composer all the questions that I have, and having the composer ask me questions, maybe some of my input maybe even makes it into the score, knowing that my particular playing and personality are in the composer's mind as they're crafting their piece, and seeing it unfold before my very eyes. There's nothing more thrilling. I was extremely happy with the result. It's a truly awesome piece that I hope I get to play many, many more times throughout my career. First of all, from a violinistic standpoint, it just feels good on the instrument. Obviously, despite being a brass player, Marcus really understands string writing. I mean, he's not conservative, it goes all over the instrument, but there's never anything that's awkward or unviolinistic. It feels as good to play as it sounds. It's really just a lot of fun to execute. As far as the music itself, I'll tell you a little bit about it before you listen to the whole thing. There's definitely an inspiration from one of my other favorite styles of music, heavy metal. Not that there's anything cheesy about this. This is not a crossover concerto. You aren't going to hear any rock riffs or hairband licks or anything like that. But there's something of the essence of the more serious subgenres of metal that is present very often throughout the piece. A certain level of aggressiveness and some of the rhythmic elements that are there. As far as the beginning of the concerto, after the opening tutti, the soloist comes in with a very strong, unaccompanied statement all by itself, and it's actually marked bold. In fact, throughout the concerto, even when the violin is playing more softly, I do feel like the solo part has a power and presence throughout that is really palpable. In the beginning and ending part of the first movement, there's a rhythmic motive, which is in 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And I love it when composers take the same motive and give it a variety of characters. You'll hear it a little bit lighter and then a little bit stronger, etc. Then the second movement, well, I have to admit, when I first started practicing it, I was like, what's going on here? Because I'm so used to slow movements, the middle movement of concertos being melodic, or at least the violin having something resembling an obvious counter melody. And here, it was just a bunch of long notes in various unfathomable pitches. It goes really high and it does all these things, but it's just, various long notes for the most part. And I was like, what is this all about? But it was one of those things where it doesn't make sense till you're with everybody else. And then it just was absolutely mesmerizing, really evocative, because different players, different sections are changing notes at different times, and it creates this beautiful soundscape, so emotional. And in fact, the movement is marked elegy. It's really, really a special movement. Then the last movement is just a wild ride, super, super fun, very, very fast and gripping. The solo part definitely has that heavy metal aggressiveness to it, with a variety of offbeat accents like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Can't really speak it, but I think I can play it here. Yeah, and it goes like that, and the orchestra is going crazy, and it's just absolutely a thrill ride. So, that's a little bit about the concerto. I hope you enjoy listening to it as much as I enjoy playing it.